Alrighty, so we're back again. We won the die roll. We would like to be on the play. Pretty much always. Um, yeah, I think this is a keepable hand. It has probably one more land than I would have liked, but get to go experiment one into Curd Ape. Um, Probably save myself some life by leaving up Wooded Foothills. I don't think I'm going to go turn 2 Bushwhacker. Best case scenario, we draw another 1-drop and get to play 2 1-drop creatures on turn, whatever, turn 2. If not, I could always use Wooded Foothills to actually fetch up Dryad Arbor, providing I didn't accidentally misclick on it. Nope, I didn't. Right. Bloodstained Mire, get Stomping Ground, shock it in. And lead off on Experiment 1. Yeah, so if we draw a 1-drop creature, we'll play it. If not, we'll go Curd Ape, Wooded Foothills, pass. Um, hmm. So I'm going to go with Wooded Foothills. I'm going to play Curd Ape pre-combat just to evolve Experiment 1 and move to combat. Points on Bloodstained Mire and didn't crack it. Could be a lot of things. Alright, just fetching out a land. Just fine. Stomping Ground means it could be Jund, which is a hit or miss matchup, honestly. Sometimes you're able to just get super ahead of them, and sometimes you're not. Satyr Wayfinder. Alright, so this seems more like a dredge style. I think it's worth it for me to go fetch up Dryad Arbor, um, Lightning Bolt Bushwhacker, and knock myself to 15. So we get Soul Flare, Inquisition, Chromanticore. Jeez. Oh man, I can tap Wooded Foothills for black. This is great. Alright, so we're going to get our Dryad Arbor. In this matchup, I'm also not worried about Wrath effects. I'm not really worried about a lot of removal, honestly. Okay, so I will shock this in, and I have the choice of I can always bolt the Satyr Wayfinder, Surge Reckless Bushwhacker, and get in for 8 right now. But I'm not sure if that's totally worth it, because just Mutagenic Growth plus Reckless Bushwhacker also just represents a ton of damage, and him being able to block a creature, my biggest creature, is just going to be 3 powered anyway. So I think it's worth it to just. I guess it's actually 4 if I Mutagenic Growth. So I think I'd rather hold on to the Mutagenic Growth. We're going to bolt Satyr Wayfinder, because it does actually represent 1 more damage with growth later on. Righty. So we're gonna swing on in here. Alrighty, and we have Mutagenic Growth to protect from burn removal if he has it. But nope, just concedes. It is a lot of damage too, like he was only going to be going to 2. Alrighty, so we'll bring in Rust in Pieces, that's for sure. And I think we're actually going to bring in some paths. We're actually going to sideboard out the Rancors, and we're going to board out of a Reckless Bushwhacker, and probably a Gorklan Rampager. I think the other 2-mana stuff we have, since we're bringing 2-mana spells, we want to board them out. And I think that's okay for now. We'll see if we need to board anything else in, but I think we're okay. Alright, this hand is actually not great. I think I'm going to go for it just because The only problem, like if we have another red source, we're fine. We have 2 turns to draw it. Our opponent mulliganed to 6, so... And we still have a number of things that we can be doing. Alrighty. So I am just going to go ahead and crack this for a Sacred Foundry because I want the white mana for Path to Exile. I'm going to play the saddest Curd Ape alive. Actually, I'm going to lead with Goblin Guide, and the reason being is because this should be a guaranteed 4 damage, whereas the Curd Ape might not be, because if I draw another red source, I definitely want to be able to have access to Bolt and Path. Alright, so he has Satyr Wayfinder. Satyr Wayfinder reveals Wood Foothills, Breeding Pool, Bloodstained Mire, and another Satyr Wayfinder. He's debating for a second. I don't know what the blue is for. Maybe he's... Oh, he's probably actually trying to hardcast. What was I gonna say? Hardcast the Chromanticore. Like, you want to at least have the ability to do that. So yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and serve in with Goblin Guide. He'll get to save 2 life. Alright, so he's gonna draw Chromanticore, which is probably where he doesn't want to do. I'm sure he's much happier to have it in the graveyard. Luckily his graveyard is not very great at the moment. Okay, so don't have to worry about that chump blocker anymore. I'm gonna get to go Experiment 1 into Curd Ape, evolve Experiment 1. Okay. So he's just getting like the green and black lands. Maybe he's... Oh, okay. Makes sense, makes sense. It's okay, Curd Ape, you can get there. I wonder if it's worth it to Blood Rush Gorkland Rampager right now. I don't actually know if it is. Now that I have Burning Tree Emissary, like, I feel like I just want to develop my board so I can get more damage with the Tarkus command. So I can go Burning Tree Emissary, bolt him, swing for 2, he's at 10, untap, have 4 power, deal 3 and add 2 more, so he'd go to 1. I like that, I think. Alternatively, I swing here for 6, and then if I draw land, I just burn him out next turn with the Tarkus command and Lightning Bolt. I think I'm going to actually go with the Blood Rush option here. Normally I'd wait longer to do this, but I don't think my opponent is going to have anything. Yeah. So I am a red source away from being able to burn my opponent out if he cannot gain life. Okay. So there's no reason to actually crack this now. I'm just going to go ahead and start attacking. Because as soon as he cracks Wooded Foothills, he's in much more trouble. Also, leaving Epitarchus command as long as possible allows me to stop weird life gain things. Um, okay, so he's at 8, which can potentially be lethal. I need to see if he's actually going to be able to gain life first or not before I do anything else. Uh, huh. Okay. So because he does that, I don't actually have to be prompted to do a Tarkus command. Whereas before, I just go a Tarkus command bolt and he's dead. Um, Now because of that, I can do everything at instant speed. I just want to wait for him to cast something. And here we go. So he'll do that. I'll be able to do, I guess, this. Crack the mire, get a mountain, and bolt him. And that's that. So another one that went fairly well. It's very hard to actually be able to deal with the amount of aggression that this deck can present. And in situations like that where we were just able to play around a lot, it was definitely very good. Mutilate is interesting. I guess that's why he needed so many overgrown tombs. He might have been waiting for it. I still didn't see what Breeding Pool was meant for. It might just be Chromanticore, but the Soulflare Chromanticore combo is something interesting I haven't really seen actually tried to be played. So, interesting deck so far, and we're just going to keep chugging along. So I'll see you in the next one.